Good evening, everybody. Matt Geary here for Geek Pride's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, The Legend of Our Sacrifice. With me tonight, we have the usual faces. We have Michael as Tharval.
Good evening, everyone.
We have Wes as Valashil Nostius.
Hey, everyone.
We have Dave as Thomas Moonstar.
Evening all.
Mark as Lance.
Yep.
And Pete as Draken.
Good evening, everyone.
Right, okay. So, no decisions were made in downtime then, it seemed. So we're just going to have to go with it.
Oh, no.
Level up as well. Shit, I can do that now.
Did people level up? Did everybody fire themselves
Did
up?
we level up?
Leveled up.
Oh,
Yes.
shit, I didn't level up.
I'll do it now.
I'll
So
level it up.
we're
It
all
won't
so
take long.
organized. You're all so organized. I think we had a rule that if you didn't level up, then that was
No,
that,
no,
You didn't
that
level
was
up,
it.
Jack, because all your
If you
levels.
didn't level
I'll be
up,
cocked.
you know.
How many experience points?
No, I've already started now. I can't stop.
No.
Right. Well, they're
Well, don't
doing what they're doing their homework when they should have done last week. I'll give you a quick sort of kind of roundup of what kind of happened last time. So we've basically got two groups. We've got Tharval and his brother Ceraval. Is Ceraval, isn't it?
Yep, Ceravel.
Yeah, Ceravel. They're off tracking down, kidnapping children, and
Kidnapping.
and then tracking down this new sort of this new cult that have potentially got Ceravel's wife, who is also Soldan's sister, and who were looking for these children as well. So they have gone to they've basically followed some guys to a dock, a marina, tried their sort of sneak on. Tharval has been recognized because of the big ass dog that he's got with him, and had to basically kill the guys on the boat. Ceraval's kind of going, what are we supposed to do now? And they found some documents on this barge, basically kind of showing them where they were going to go, what the where to take the cargo, inverted commas. As for the other group, they're at Camber Forge. We've got Draken, we've got Lance, we've got Wes, we've got that Valashil, we've got Senway, Val's mother, and obviously Galandra is deathly ill and heavily pregnant apparently at this moment in time, and
It's something unnatural and spooky.
yeah, Valashil has basically been shown. Valashil's mother got pretty. What's the word? She got pretty ill when she sort of entered the room with where Galandra was, and so Val's sort of taken her outside and said, what's happening, and she's shown him what he kind of has been suppressing for all these years. And basically his mother turned into a fuck up dragon and destroyed a village, basically. Destroyed a village, and she's effectively made a deal with the devil, or Tiamat in this case, that she refuses to kill anything. She refuses to sort of do damage to any sort of creature or soul or anything, and basically Tiamat's turned around to her and said, well, the day you do is the day you're mine, basically. And so she's that's why she's being a bit sort of like, I can't sort of help you kill anything and stuff, because it's a part of her, it's to sort of stop her from getting raged up and turned into sort of whatever was in her as well. So she's like refusing to do it. Because of that, she's basically she said to Val, there's options basically to save Galandra. She can take the whatever darkness is within her, what would mean destroying it, which would mean she'd have to sacrifice herself to give in to her word, basically, and be Tiamat's. she can. What's the other one? There was 3 options, wasn't there? The other option was you basically let Galandra die, or or let see what happens. Basically, so it's basically sacrifice herself. Galandra potentially dies, and then there was the third option of doing some research, and seeing if there's another way of sort of extracting the darkness from her, potentially using the vessel either within Ogma's balance, which is Thomas's sort of staff, or the vessel that's within the sort of kind of decommissioned Warforged that Lance brought to Camberford with them. And I think that's pretty much it. Haven't missed anything else out. Draken has what have you done? You sort of
Guard Duty, Dirty Dozen.
Yeah, you've set them off to
War
sort of
games.
kind of basically train with the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
And that's
Basically, giving some guidance on how to integrate the Dragonborn with the rest of the humans without killing each other.
cool. Okay. So are we up to date now? Is that
I
everything?
think so.
Yeah.
I am level
so.
9.
You're all level.
Yep, all
apprenticeship for the Dragonborn that didn't want to be a fighter.
I
Yeah.
Discussing that.
You haven't talked to her about it yet, I don't think.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember things just
Yeah.
to make sure we cover.
Okay, so where are we going to start? Any volunteers, and who wants to go first?
Well, should Lance and I go? Have we done the guard duty and the Dragonborn training? Yeah.
So I'm trying to think time wise, because you're slightly out of kilter time wise and
Yeah.
stuff, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because of the way we're doing it. So
We were guard dutying while they were faffing around with options for
Yeah.
for Galandra,
yeah.
because he had to do an insight roll to come up with what I was shouting about, because I forgot that I wasn't there.
Why am I here? Okay, so let's have some sort of okay. We will start off with Tharaval then, on the barge basically. You're on the barge. It is it's evening now. It's dark. You've got these documents that are telling you that you meet X people at this at this position, and then you get this ship across to the ruins of Kibarath, and they will be taken to this position here.
Okay. So I think what we had planned was to we only knocked a couple of the guys out and the other ones were dead. So
Yeah.
I think it was basically to use the other 2 guys to steer the ship to where we were going.
Oh, breath of a minute. My battery's is about to die, and that will not be good for this stream. Breath of a minute.
Now, who's unprepared?
Yes. Phew, that would have been disastrous. Okay, so sorry, say that again, Michael. So you were doing what?
So yeah, I think we basically said that we were going to basically hold the guys who we knocked out, incapacitated, and get them to take us, use the to steer the ship and take us to where we wanted to go.
Okay, so you're getting them. You're going to basically wake them up, and then sort of take you, drive you, sort of steer
Sail
the
us.
yeah,
Or,
sail
well,
you,
not sail us, it's-
whatever barges do. Okay, so I guess you sort of have to give me a medicine check to sort of wake them up and stuff, I guess.
Listen.
You can have advantage because there's both of yous. I'm assuming you didn't stat up your brother.
Oh shit! Forgot all about that.
Okay, right. So, you both sort of have these sort of kind of herbs and things like that. And you just sort of kind of waft them underneath their noses, and they sort of kind of come to. As they come to, wait 1 minute. There's 3 of them, isn't there?
We killed one.
You killed one. So, all right. Okay, Perthwell one.
Didn't intentionally kill them. We said we were trying to knock them out, but because I got a crit, you said he was dead.
Yeah. Okay. So, Perthwell 1 minute. Okay. All right. You're lucky. So basically, the one that you killed was the chap who could open his mouth and sort of, do what basically all these cultists have been doing, and sort of knock you out and stuff. He's dead. So, the other 2 are basically just sort of, Johnny newbies. So they sort of kind of wake up, look slightly scared. They're not as heavily tattooed as the other guys. They're scared. They just sort of kind of sit there and sort of kind of look at you in fear.
So get Nanook to sort of growl into their faces and say, "You're going to take us to where we want to go. And where we want to go is where this ship was going."
Roll me intimidation.
Advantage?
Yeah, you can have advantage. Yeah, okay. The fact that there's 2 of you and a massive dog sort of kind of drooling in their face. Did you update?
I'll do Nanook now. But,
yeah. Okay. They're like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you want. Yeah. We're just new. We yeah. Whatever. Just let us know what we need to do.
So we show them the papers with the locations as to where the ship was supposed to be going. Basically tell them that they are to steer the ship or they die.
Okay, so they. Okay, roll me. It's going to be insight, isn't it? If you're going to sort of roll me insight. You're aware that when they agree that there's, they're sort of kind of looking at each other, sort of with, there's something about what they're sort of kind of, there's something else up. There's something up with what, when they sort of agree to it, but there's something they're not telling you.
Nanook Shivant. So I'm going to get Nanook to bite onto one of their balls and say, "Is there something you would like to tell us?"
Yeah, I can't even remember what accents I gave these guys. Oh fuck, I can't remember what accents I gave them. But yeah, so basically,
before.
Yeah, it's just like if people watch this in any sort of series, it's like that guy was Scouse last week, and he's sort of.
Yeah, it blows to their head. It changed the accent.
Yeah. they basically say to you that you know, it's not that, it's just like we have a cargo, and the our contact at the dock is going to check the cargo, and we don't have a cargo.
What was this cargo? The kids?
The kids.
Well, you better come up with a valid excuse, or you'll be losing your cargo.
That he sort of he's like, but if I turn up with nothing, they'll kill me, and so you're basically saying you're going to kill me. They'll kill me anyway. So
If you do as we ask, you will have our protection.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Actually got decent persuasion now, but they'll probably still fail. Oh, yeah.
Look at else. Persuasion's 7. What did you do?
I added the skilled feat, so I basically upped my charisma by 1, was added proficiency to persuasion, and added expert, which doubles the proficiency bonus, which has now gone up to 4.
So you're no longer a bumbling
yeah.
bumbling fool.
My intimidation still sucks, but and investigation, but yeah.
Okay.
Turning into a bit of a skill monkey.
Okay, so they're all okay. So they sort of kind of nod and agree, and sort of get up and start sort of go onto the ship. It's not going to take them too long, but basically we need to take the cargo. We were meant to take the cargo to the loading cranes to take us down to the main dock, and then onto a ship. They're gonna want to know why. They're gonna want to know why we've come back with nothing, and then want to be on that ship.
What do you usually put the cargo in? Are they held in crates, or I would expect you wouldn't want kids making noise or anything in a public place.
He says that basically the children are bound and gagged, and then just sort of under cover of dark, and some of the port authorities being bribed, are just sort of moved onto one of the ships that they've hired.
You get us to the dock. We will sort getting onto the ship.
Okay. Okay. So they get onto the barge, and you follow them on. All right. Okay. Back to Camber Ford then. Let me move us back. Where are we? Where art thou, Camber Ford? Where art thou?
Right that way.
There we go. Okay, so where are we going to start here then? Val, what is it you were doing?
Trying to go to the Mage Tower to see if there's any books or anything to research the situation.
My mage tower.
Yeah, your Mage Tower. Is it your Mage Tower?
It is now.
Okay,
So
so
it is anyway.
you sort of kind of take yourself off to the Mage Tower with Thomas, Do you want to roll me? You're not going to have an extensive library in there, to be fair, because you haven't really, it's basically going to be
I'd imagine it'd be important books, though.
It'll be whatever. Well, firstly, Draken burnt the tower down, so what books were there originally aren't there anymore.
Blame Draken
So
right
basically,
now.
it's going to be whatever Gibbon brought with him.
I was going to say Gibbon sports books.
Yeah, whatever Gibbons brought with him.
And
So
what is Gibbons again? Is he a standard mage, or is he like specialised in something?
He makes things go boom, if I recall.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's quite explosive.
Alright.
Probably evocation would be his major.
So, roll me investigation.
With advantage.
Yep,
Oh,
you can have
yeah.
advantage on that. You're not.
Oh.
You don't find.
Where I rolled 2 ones. Oh, that'll do.
Wow.
Wes is sort of kind of walking around and he says, he's like, ooh, pretty pictures. And he's sort of kind of looking, sort of like,
graphic novel.
just find sort of like, an anatomy book with some sort of, ooh, like, boobies.
Look, Thomas, vagina.
Does he find Madonna have his big boobies?
Thomas, you do not find anything.
Blimey. I don't want to find anything anyway.
Oh, no.
So
That's
there-
exactly what we're looking for.
There's books and stuff, but there's nothing really on this. There's nothing really on this topic.
Would the
Within that,
clergy we have present know anything about demonic possession?
potentially.
Alright. Can Valashul go and investigate with the monks that are present?
Okay. You go to the sort of where the monks are basically they're monk cells effectively. It's quite late. And you sort of kind of wake them up. They tell you that they have witnessed possessions before, but they personally don't have any experience with exorcisms, though the archdeacon would have, but obviously he
He's
died.
too far away.
He died.
Oh, he's
didn't
dead?
he? Dead.
Someone told me the ritual though, didn't they? That how to perform the ritual to take the darkness out of somebody.
Did they? I didn't.
Keen mind?
I thought they did, and keen mind will remember it.
Who told you that, by the way? Remember?
You did.
Say it again.
You did.
Yeah, but I mean, who? As in which person? What?
It was from the temple.
The
Might be
temple.
the deacon then.
The temple.
mean- So
Where?
the deacon
It might have been the deacon.
before he
I'm trying-
passed.
Yeah, it must have been because we haven't been anywhere else that would.
So he told because didn't he tell you that you can basically? He's the one who told you that light essence has to voluntarily,
Yeah.
and dark essence you can kill people and it will just sort of go. To take. Did he say? I'm just trying to think. That was so many months ago.
It was. I would have to look through several notebooks to find where we got to that point.
I don't remember saying anything about a ritual. I could have. For the time being, I'm going to say nay. He's basically told you about how essences how they become, into your sort of the vessels, but that being said, do the ritual, you're making me interesting, because that could cut things down quite a bit if I did say that. I'm going to roll a dice on it because I can't remember. And it was
Okay,
so many
you
long
do
ago.
that. I'm going to look through this. I'm going to look through this notebook because this notebook picks up what just after Solden died.
Okay, so have a quick shifty at that then. Okay, while he's doing that, then Lance and Draken, user on guard duty, I guess.
Yes.
Is there anything you kind of want to do? Talk to your other. I'm assuming you can't really do much other than sort of stand your post. So is there anything you kind of want to do? Talk to anybody or talk to your counterparts.
We've got a small problem. There's no Pete.
There's no Pates.
He's done a bunk.
Or he's the invisible man.
That's
Where's he?
me.
Oh, where's he gone to? He just fucking disappeared. Okay, well, there we go. Pete, we'll go back to while we wait for Pete. We'll go back to Tharaval then, I guess. So you've made your way to the docks. Well, basically, it's the unloading place where it gets you, because the way Ballon is, it's kind of on this sort of like raised sort of cliff, effectively, and you know you have to they basically use cranes and stuff because basically the water that you're using goes off in a waterfall and there's no sort of like, so you have to use cranes and stairs to get sort of down to the main sort of dock itself. You get there and there are is there going to be anybody there? No, we'll say okay. So there, you get there, and there's sort of there's nobody at the main sort of kind of, well, nobody that you can see at the main sort of kind of dock. So do you want to take the stairs, the sort of kind of stairs down? Do you want to take one of the main crane lifts down, the cargo lifts? And what are you going to do with the other two chaps?
Can we? So there's the two crane lifts, and then there is the stairs.
Yeah, I haven't. I was going to do a map for this, and then I had to work, so I didn't. But
oh, you haven't done your homework.
Yeah.
So basically, do I need to perceive, or is there definitely just nothing there?
No, there, you know, it in the end, it's going to be down by the docks and stuff where there's going to be some sort of people. So I'll see if I can draw you sort of. It's just the way it's described. Effectively, you basically come off. There's basically cargo lifts and things like that. I guess there's sort of like night watchmen and stuff like that, but they have sort of like documentation for. Well, actually, no, there's no dark night watchmen and stuff because they've been paid off. Basically, they've been paid off, so there's nobody there.
Right. So let's think. How are we gonna do this? Let's go with door number 3. Let's go for the second lift.
So you're going to go on the cargo lifts down them?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the cargo lifts to work, somebody has to use the mechanism at the top to lift you down. So somebody's going to have to be up there to go down on the cargo lift.
Right. Okay.
And it's going to be, you know, if you go down in the cargo lift, obviously your brother sort of said, you know, if we go in the cargo lift, you know, if there is anybody down there, they're going to notice, and there's going to be a lot of questions asked.
Okay, so what we're going to do is tell the two guys they're going to operate one of the cargo lifts, and as they do that, we are going to make our way to the stairs.
So you're just going to leave these two cultists at the top?
Well, I'll say, leave Cervelle to keep an eye on them, and myself and Nanook will make our way towards the stairs.
So you're going down on your own?
Right. Let's think this through. Plan.
So
Okay.
you've got basically it's quite a sheer, like it's a very high cliff. Now you could potentially, the chances of climbing it are pretty slim without hurting yourself, and without sort of extensive sort of knowledge of climbing these things. There's stairs carved into the sort of carved into the rock that you can go down, and then there's just a bunch of cargo lifts that sort of are on cranes.
So let's think. Can we put crates onto the cargo lifts?
Do you want
How are we gonna do
do you want me
this?
to come back to you?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, yeah, I mean, there's, I can't really. It's one of those things that I don't think there's really any way of sort of doing this without sort of bringing alert. Right, we're going to ask get the guys to put some crates onto the cargo lifts.
Okay.
And once the crates are onto the cargo lifts, get them to operate the lifts and move the lifts down.
So are they both going to operate them? Are you putting somebody on it? Or
Both going to operate it, and when they've done that, we're going to assassinate them.
So you're wow. So they're gonna put stuff on a they're gonna put stuff on the loader. They're gonna operate it to go down at the top, and then you're just gonna kill them, and then go down the stairs?
Yeah, so we're going to kill them, push them over the side into the water, so there's no bodies on the ship itself. So basically, that means the ship is going to be left completely empty.
Yeah.
And as they're sort of looking at the crates and maybe start looking for things on the loader, we can make our way down the stairs. And hopefully at that point, they'll make their way onto the ship and start looking about the ship and be like, what the fuck's going on?
Okay. All right, so are you going to try and persuade them to put stuff onto the lift? Are you going to intimidate them?
I suppose we may as well use deception. Say, load these crates onto the loading dock, and then we will let you free.
Oh, lucky Val's not here.
Spear would-
I'm taking full advantage of him and Dragon.
Okay. Interesting. What's your allegiance? What's your
Neutral good.
literal good? Okay, I suppose they are cultists.
But I have a I have a bond that I will bring terrible wrath down on the evildoers who destroyed my homeland. So as far as I'm concerned, they are something to do with the destruction of my family and my homeland. So they need to die.
Yeah.
Cult of Arklothel.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, roll me deception then. They're a bit dubious, but they, they're not 100% sure they believe you, but with no other option, they start sort of kind of loading crates onto the sort of kind of loader. Are you killing them when they get back from the loader, or?
So basically, they're just operating the loader, really, aren't they? So is the loader's on the ship? Yeah.
No. So basically, you have a crane. So you basically have. I might have to draw it out. Actually, I'll draw it out and get probably a bit more sense.
So the cranes are off the ship. and
Yeah.
then
So basically, there will be cranes and stuff on the ship to move crates and things like that. But then you've got basically this huge sort of like, if you see the map. In fact, if I show you the map of Balon, where is it? Let's see. Oh, it's just like no. There's like a big crate. So you see the way these cliffs.
yeah.
So you basically got this, like, it goes the whole way round the island. So they basically have to use these large cranes.
In Taunt.
Yeah. These large cranes to drop down, all the supplies and pick up new supplies and things like that. It's
So right, okay. So is the ship low down and we have to go up the cliff?
No, so because basically you've gone along this river, so you see, you basically with
Yes, like the rivers are like where Sandhold fell across. Okay,
yeah. So you basically you're like, there's obviously within Taunt. Okay. In fact, within Taunt you can see there's like
there's a crane there. Yeah,
there is
okay. So basically they're getting off the ship to get cranes that will pick the stuff up off the ship and drop it down, sort of like lower it down the cliff.
Yeah,
but they're still the crane's at the same height as the ship, basically. But they're just not on the ship.
So I'll draw it out. It'll probably make it more. Think of it like like in the Wall in Game of Thrones. They have that sort of kind of like that sort of kind of lift. It's that sort of thing. So you've basically got a lift that goes up and down, but obviously for cargo. And there are sort of cranes and stuff, that sort of lift those up and down. So there's a couple of those. You also have sort of like smaller crane, like these are big cranes to sort of take things down to the sort of down to where the port is. And then you have like smaller cranes and things to get stuff off ships from the canals, effectively.
Okay, right. Well, so basically what we'll do is Ceravel will go with them to the cranes and offload one of the crates. And once they've done, or offload the crates, and once they've done that, he'll bring them back to the ship.
Are you going to tell your brother that they're going? Are you going to? How are you? You're assuming he's going to just accept and kill these people?
No. Well, he's not killing them there and then. He's bringing them back to the ship.
Okay, are you going to tell him that's your plan?
No, I'm not.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, so he sort of looks after the two sort of cultists while they're sort of moving the stuff onto the cargo loader. Once they've done that, they sort of come back to the ship with him, and are sort of standing there looking at you like, what now?
Okay. So
Right, mate, you said we could go now. Can we go?
So I bow my head to them and gesture my hand towards the gangway plank and say, "You are no longer your services are no longer needed, and as they turn their back,
You're going to attack
stab
them. Both of them?
Yes.
Okay, so bear with me 1 minute. Let me see if they see you or not. Nope, number 1 doesn't see you. Number 2 does not see you. Okay, so do you want to give me your attacks then?
So let's see. So I'll have advantage.
Yep.
Dread Ambusher, Sneak Attack, and Hunter's Mark.
Don't forget
And
your dagger.
sorry.
Don't forget your rather funky dagger.
Val's got that.
How was he? Okay.
Yeah. But you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. So
It's auto crits then?
by the looks of it, yeah. So basically, if they're surprised, which they will be, and they haven't taken a turn, so I get advantage. So it should technically just be auto hits.
So both of them are auto hits and stuff?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not even going to make it. Is it just for the one attack, or is it for all attacks?
For all, it says you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Fucking hell, that is well. Fucking hell. Yeah, all right. I'm not
it's
even
called assassinate, so
I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. Yeah, okay. So you can explain how you kill them then, I guess.
So as they turn their backs to walk away, I silently sneak up behind them, draw 2 arrows from my quiver, and stab them both through the neck.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So yeah, they die. They gurgle as the sort of arrows stick through their necks. The look of pure shock and betrayal comes over their faces. Obviously they can't say anything. And they drop down to their deaths. Ciravel says nothing. He just looks. He looks blankly.
I look at Ciravel and say, "Help me, brother," and start pushing the bodies towards the water to throw them into the.
Yep. He picks up the water, the sort of the body, and he says we can't. He says we need to weigh them down, or they'll float in the river.
Yes, my brother's on board. So we look for some weights, something heavy, things that are heavy that we can attach to them, tie them to the bodies, and then dump them over the side.
Okay. So they. Okay. Did you send the lift down when they came back? By the way.
Yeah. So basically, they were taking cargo off the ship, sending the lift down.
Yeah.
So people would basically it's to draw attention towards the lift.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you weigh them down. You stick them in the water. They sort of kind of go to they go sleeping with the fishes. Ciravel then starts making his way towards the. He doesn't say anything, so starts walking towards the stairs.
I start to follow him and say we must move with caution, and go into stealth, I suppose.
Okay. Roll stealth twice then, so once for you and once for him.
I've got my cloak, which gives me advantage on stealth rolls, so I'll do my one first and then do his one the second. Ooh,
Good job.
so that's
yeah.
mine. And his.
So he's on 16 and you're on 17. Okay.
Should have done the other way around, but yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So you both go into stealth and start sort of descending down the stairs. All right. So back to Camber Ford. Thomas, was there anything in your manual? I mean, in your notes?
So it was actually a year ago, 10th of December, session 7.
Fucking hell.
We found in the library in Taunt, under the religious section, we found a bit about Ogma, and there was it mentions balance and great power that can come with that, and that the only way to release the essence from the crystal is to break the crystal open. And there was a ritual to remove the essence from a person without killing them, which I copied into my spellbook.
Ah, there we go. Well remembered. Okay. So you are aware of the ritual then to basically take the essence out of somebody.
Now, the vessel to put it into, which I would suggest would be the crystal from the Warforged, because Ogma's balance might explode otherwise.
Would be awkward.
Pete's back as well. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, so you actually sort of like, after looking for the books and stuff, you sort of kind of go, you start laughing. I'm a fool. I know how to do this. And you get your spell book out and you sort of kind of show Val the sort of ritual. The ritual needs specific materials to activate, to work.
You didn't tell us what that ritual was at the time, but you did say you'd specify later.
Yeah.
And I guess that's now.
Yeah, that's right. You need, obviously, a vessel. You need... Oh, birth a minute. Let me just check something here. Okay, you need... You need some mystic salves. You need some I'm just going to say rare herbs, because I've not sort of thought of any actual ones. We'll say the Athusis oil as well could be part of it and stuff. But other rare herbs. You need some sanctified incense. We've got mystic salves, rare herbs, sanctified incense, some alchemical reagents.
Reagents.
Yeah.
I added the A while I was writing. It's all good.
Yeah. And some residium.
Okay. So I will read the list out to Val and say, can you go to your mother and see if she has the mystic salves and the rare herbs we need, and I will source the others.
Valashul nods and goes to seek out his mother to see if she has the items.
Cool. I
Okay.
will head to. I'll head first to Cleveland because if anyone's going to have the alchemical reagents, it'll be him, and he'll probably know what residium is as well.
Yeah. Okay, so your mother, Senway, has some of these herbs to do the ritual. She sort of kind of opens up her knapsack and provides them to you. She does say, though, this is if you're doing what I think you're doing, this is a very dangerous ritual, and could result in possession or even death.
Yeah, it did say in the ritual that we found that if it's not done right, it could have some quite catastrophic consequences.
Yeah, so possession or even death. So be careful.
All our options have terrible negatives, so we may as well try this and keep you alive and out of her service.
She kisses you on your cheek and sort of bows, sort of nods her head. Okay, so Cleveland, he does have some of the reagents that you can have, though he's not overly willing to sort of give them up for freeze.
You will be compensated once we have completed the ritual.
He says, "Well, yes, he thinks I need them for this, for Lance's research. If I give you these, his research going to take me another 2 weeks."
And how quickly could you get new ones should you need them?
Oh, I'd have to go to Taunts. I'd have to go back to the merchants district and buy some more, and that's going to cost a pretty penny. I've already spent that 50. That 50 platinum he's given me is not going to go very far. That's for people, not for materials.
Right. Okay. I will give him 10 gold and say that will cover your travels to Taunt and back, and to buy the new reagents.
And he says, I'm going to need money for the reagents as well.
And how much will you need for the reagents?
Oh, let's see. How much do reagents cost? They're not going to be. They're going to be rare, I'd say. They're not going to be anything. It's going to cost you another 50 platinum, or the equivalent in gold.
Right, I'll give him 50 platinum.
Okay.
And say, I need these now. I'm sure Lance can wait a day or so, as his life is not in danger. Our Lady Galandra's is.
Okay. So he says, "You want me to go now, do you?"
You don't need to go now, but I do need the reagents right now.
All right. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he hands them over, and takes the 50 platinum off you. So take it off your inventory. Yep. Okay, that's fine. So you've got the herbs. You've got the reagents.
Yep. So I will go and see the monks and ask them if they have the sanctified incense that we need, or if not, can they craft it or obtain it for us?
Yep. They've got some, so they just sort of hand it over.
Okay. So we need some mystic salves and some residium. I'll ask, while I'm still with Cleveland, ask him if he's aware of residium, what it is, and where we can get some.
He says, "Oh, residium, that's what you do when you get... That's the materials you get when you disenchant a weapon."
Aha. Okay. So it just needs some mystic salves and talk nicely to Valishal.
So Mystic.
I thought you wanted Holy Avenger for your Ogman's balance.
Galandra's life is more important than my Ogma's balance at the
Restoration.
moment. I'll get you a later.
Mystic salves. Who else have you got in your sort of?
Gibbons must have this
Yeah.
mystic.
Yeah, Mystic salve. Yeah, Gibbons provided you with some salves and stuff that you can use.
Okay, so we need to back to Valashul, and say, right, I have we've now gathered everything we need apart from the Residium. I understand the only way we can gather that is from disenchanting a holy weapon.
Ugh.
I
You
understand.
can buy
have,
Residium, but it's very expensive, and
I
it will obviously
understand
have to get.
two in your possession. Would you be willing to sacrifice one for the sake of Our Lady Galandra?
Oh.
So your options here are.
Is Danny watching
Sacrifice
again?
Galandra.
Nah.
Your options here are. It doesn't have to be a holy weapon.
No,
It just
a magical weapon.
it just has to be a magic weapon.
Right, okay.
It has
It's
to be
a
a.
tentacle rock magic.
You give that back.
Did I? Oh yeah, I've still got it in my inventory. Whoops, my bad.
Can it? Does it have to be a magic weapon, or just a weapon that's had the magic weapon spell cast upon it?
Or does it have to be a weapon itself?
Dagger.
It should be a magical item. It says just enchanted magical item.
Magical item. Okay.
Dagger. 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 Dagger.
Oh,
do you
do I
have
still have the
any,
dagger?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you've got the dagger.
Okay.
So yeah, magical item, not holy item.
Okay,
magical item.
Valashul draws the dagger out and offers it to Thomas.
Write down, by the way, what you need. Next time round, it might be more expensive when or things aren't going to be as available as they were.
That's fair enough. Okay, I will. I'll take the dagger to Gibbons and ask for his help in disenchanting to obtain the Residium that we need.
Okay.
So what's the dagger?
It was the dagger that we.
The cultist one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the vicious dagger.
Right. Okay. All right. So you know how to do the. You know how to perform the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
I would say to you, you know how to perform it, but you won't be aware of side effects and things that could happen.
I'll do it.
Are you wanting to do any research before you?
My character flaw says no. Just do it.
Oh no. Okay.
Perhaps
Right.
tell the other members of the party that are nearby what's happening.
I'll explain to Valashul what I'm doing with it.
Right. So
I'm
you're
not
not gonna
really
you're
much
not gonna
help.
look into it. You're just gonna do it.
As far as I can tell, time is of the essence, and Galandra could pop any minute.
Right. Okay.
He's totally going from Thomas to Nike, isn't he?
Right. Okay. So you. Right. Interesting. Okay.
Tombstones in the party. I might need.
Okay, so you go to Cleveland to get the it's not Cleveland. You're going to go to Gibbon to disenchant the weapon. He says, it's going to take a couple of hours to sort of disenchant it. So he starts doing that straight away. And that's pretty much it. You've got everything. You're just waiting on him to finish off with that. In the time being, what are you going to go and talk to anybody else, or are you just going to do it? Are you going to prepare yourself in any way, shape, or form?
I think while if Gibbons is happy to disenchant the dagger for me, then I will sit in quiet solitude and reflect on what we've been through and the task we've got coming up, and mentally prepare myself for the ritual.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Right. And what's your character flaw?
So I've got personality trait is I feel tremendous empathy for all who suffer, and the character flaw is I'd risk too much to uncover a lost bit of knowledge.
And that's going to stop you from researching anything.
Possibly. If I think Galandra's life is in the balance, then I think that it would cause me to take the risk and just get on with it.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can buy into that. Okay. Val, are you? He's done this, or what are you going to do in the sort of kind of in the interim?
Pace around.
So nobody's telling the other two. You're just sort of kind of doing your thing, and they're standing, kind of going.
Where are they? Are they
Do I need anyone else for the ritual? Because if I need the rest of the party, then obviously they'll need to be briefed on what they need their part in the ritual.
Right.
The ritual can be done solitarily, but basically, the more people you involve, the less chance of you personally anything happening to you. But it does mean that there is a chance that it could happen to somebody else.
Right. In that case, I'll grab Lance and Drake and explain to them what the ritual entails, what the risks are, and the.
What do I hit with my axe?
You're not 100%. You don't know. You basically know how to do the ritual. You know it's dangerous, but you're not. You don't know what could happen.
So I'll basically explain to them that the more people involved, the more chance of one of us being affected. Whereas the less people involved, the greater the chance of that person being affected.
Well, tell me what needs hitting, and I will hit it.
It's not as simple as hitting, I'm afraid. It's part of a ritual of chanting and dancing and all manner of.
Well, I have two left feet, so they were shooting me that way, but
dancing and chanting.
Well, in layman's terms, yes.
Dancing.
Shall we just do our best? I think in this situation,
As you wish.
What's his name? What's his name?
Who?
Gibbons?
Not Gibbons. He's the fucking guy who we keep. God damn it,
Sir Gregor.
Sir Gregor is very keen on doing what he can to help, and he says, "I'll do whatever I need to save Lady Galandra's life."
Okay, I will explain the ritual to him and give him his part in it.
Is he being the sacrificial lamb?
He might be.
Let's get 30,000 in here as well.
Rather him than me.
Oh, poor Gregor! You've had him for so long. And if you kill him off before Danny comes back,
Danny won't care because he's an NPC.
Yeah.
I
it's
don't know.
true, yes. If it came down to him or Danny, I'm sure Danny would go with him.
I'm going to tell her in the chat now, Danny.
She'll be watching this. She's going to watch this in the morning anyway.
They are going to sacrifice.
Not necessarily. That's entirely up to
Gregor.
the DM.
Sister,
Okay, so Gregor's there. So it's the four of yous then. Is anybody else? Senway.
I think it's best she stays out of it, to be honest.
And Val, are you?
Yeah, I'll be there.
5.
5.
Gibbons.
Gibbons, you need to persuade Gibbons.
Okay. Do you want a persuasion roll?
Yeah, you
Is
need a
that gonna be
persuasion roll.
Rah.
He is not. He is just like, my boy. No.
Okay.
No.
Jacken's good. Jacken's
What
good.
about the monks?
Persuade him.
Yeah. Okay, you can try and
Persuade
persuade
or
him.
intimidate.
Yeah.
Intimidate.
He.
Persuade
will.
yourself.
He's still not doing it. He's not interested.
22.
He might be intimidated by it, but it's just like, you're basically, it's just like, my boy, you're basically saying, death or death. I'd rather die by your axe, by this foul magic. No, thank you.
That can be arranged.
It's just, no.
Trust me, it's not as bad as it looks.
That's not helping. That's not helping.
All right, okay. So he begrudgingly sort of says fine, but you know, he says if he does this, then he wants an increase in his residency pay, basically.
I'm sure we can have an interesting discussion when we get to the other end of this, and Lady Galandra will be happy to take part because she'll be there.
Can we get the monks involved as well? Can Valishal go and talk to Holy to Holy?
Yeah, you can do.
What am I doing?
Talking to some monks to try and persuade them to help you with the ritual.
Alright, yeah. I will go to the monks and try to persuade them.
Okay. Roll me persuasion.
Do-do-do-do-do. Come, brothers.
So you get sort of brother, you know, the main one, Cadfile, says he'll because he's been looking after her. He's been looking after her, so he says he'll happily help do what he can. So you've got Cadfile, you've got Gibbons, you've got you four,
Gregor.
and you got Gregor. So how many is that in total?
7.
Yep.
So seven for 7 heads.
Yeah.
She got 7 heads. Or she got 5 heads. 7, 5 heads.
5.
Yeah, 5 are okay. Okay.
5 heads, a tail, and a spare.
Yeah. Okay. So you got 7. Anybody else you want to try and persuade, or?
I think possibly we're running out of time here if you're supposed to be playing the urgency thing.
Okay. Right. Okay. So we can leave that there. You guys sort of basically are waiting for Gibbons to finish off disenchanting the weapon to give you the components, to give you the sort of residium, and we'll go back to Taunt. Where Tharval and Ceravel are. So you're sort of kind of walking down. You're sort of kind of walking down the these long sort of kind of stairs. And Ceravel sort of kind of turns to you and says, You killed those men with no thought, brother. Is there anything you need to tell me?
If these men kidnap children, if they have kidnapped your wife, and if they are anything to do with the downfall of our people and our village, then they deserve to die. I regret nothing.
He nods his head. He nods his head and sort of carries on walking down the stairs in silence. You get to sort of I'm going to have to draw this out because I I haven't done a map for you. So that over there. Unless I've got something that looks harborish right here. Could use that potentially. Use maps. Could we use that one? Oh no, that's the shark punching episode. Yeah, sorry. Forgot about that one. All right, no, I'll just go draw it out for you, I guess. So let me move you across while I'm drawing this. And freehand, and we want that. So, basically, this shows up now. Showing up? Is that showing up?
Just a big white square at the minute.
Alright, let me undo. Why is it not showing anything? Because we did this before and it's not showing. Let me delete page.
Winter.
Let me get another page actually, and then. Oh, I know why. Yeah, okay, that's it. Okay. So the stairs sort of are coming sort of kind of down like this. This is the sort of the rock face, as it were. You have then the port sort of down there, and you have a large vessel, which is just going to be all the brown is this. That so basically ship, kind of similar to that. Yep. Then you have so you've got sort of like cranes and things. The crane that you've there. So that one's the one that's just come down with your boxes and stuff in it. Then you have basically like barrels and things strewn around. Say there's sort of a few boxes and things just down near where the mouth of the stairs are. Okay, this is the gangplank. What else are we gonna have? I'll say there's also a sort of hut there. With the door there and a door there. And that is that. People-wise, you have and I suppose there's like these, what's it called, like those things with the like ropes attached to the ship, sort of rigging, yeah, there.
Oh yeah, you mean yeah.
So they're basically
Mooring lines.
Mooring lines, yeah, mooring lines. So you've got that, then you've got I need to get you guys on here, so should be get us.
It was the barge. Was the last thing we were on, I think.
Oh yeah, the barge. The Alice could have used. Could have just used that. Okay. Oh crap.
Sorry, what was it you said that I could up? I could up Nanook's hit points and a stat by 2.
Yeah, you can increase one of her either one of her stats by 2 or
2 stats by 1.
Okay, so we'll knock that across to here. And then we will move these guys in. So, got got 3 guys over there. It's dark, but how far is your dark vision work? Your sort of dark vision work?
What did I say? Dark vision, accustomed to twilight, and you can see in dim light within 60 feet as if it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light. Well, there's something else.
Yeah, you've got umbral sight, haven't you?
Umbral sight, which means you gain dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision from your race, its range increases by 30 feet. You're also adept at evading creatures that rely on dark vision. While in darkness, you're invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness.
Okay. So you're pretty good. You can see pretty much everything.
Everything!
Okay, so you can see from that position, are you going to see anything else? Okay, that's what you can see for now. So you've basically got a group of sort of hooded figures looking at what is sort of at the boxes that have come down. You have a somebody who seems to be sort of shouting orders at people, sort of kind of in the center, and then you've got a couple of guards towards the gangplank. You do notice that there's potentially sort of people on the ship because it's quite high up. You're not sort of noticing who they are.
So, am I in sort of range to sort of perceive as to anybody is in the building next to us? So I'm assuming it is dark.
Yeah, it's dark.
Okay.
There are a few like lights and stuff dotted around the place. So there'll be sort of kind of little bits of light sources going. Enable dynamic. Okay. Oh. No, we don't want to do that. All gone. It's all gone black. It's gone black because I've had a
I was born in the dark, molded by it.
Grid on. Turn off dynamic light. Dominant light. There you go. So you got like a couple of sort of torches. Oh, it's not that bad in circles for the torches. You've basically got torches sort of on the building there. You've got the guy is carrying one. There's sort of kind of these guys have got sort of one or two between them. There's a couple sort of on the ship around here. You can give me a perception if you want to see if you can sort of hear anything coming from the building.
Perception.
You can hear some noises. You can hear something in the building.
Something as in what, voices or?
You hear you hear footsteps. You hear something walking around in there.
Okay.
Change the music.
Can I sort of tell as to whereabouts the footsteps are? Are they sort of near the door? Are they further back from the door? Or
They're sort of they're basically by a window, which is like there's big. It's a fucking straight line. There, basically, there's like a big window point looking out. So he's sort of in and around there.
okay. I'm going to move to the door. Well, actually, first of all, I'm going to move to that corner there and just peek around and see if there's anybody around the corner.
There's nobody there.
Okay. I'm going to quietly test the door handle of the door to see if it's unlocked.
It is locked.
Do I have? I don't think I do. And no, I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna call Serval to stack up on the door.
Okay.
And we're going to lightly knock on the door and ready ourselves for. Or
Where's Nanook go? Where's Nanook going?
Nanook is going to be behind me. Put her there.
Okay.
And as the door, if somebody answers the door, I'm going to ready and grab them.
Okay. You open the door. The door opens, and one of the cultists is standing there. It's just another sort of cultist sort of standing there.
Assassinate!
Okay. He's dead. Now, does he make a noise? I'm assuming you're just going to... Right, because... Firstly, let me see if he is aware of you. He is most definitely not aware of you. Okay, yeah, he's just dead. There's no, you caught him off guard and were able to sort of kind of grab him and kill him pretty stealthily. He's down. So you've got a body there.
So going to drag the body back behind the to the left of the containers as to where we came from. So they're not in the pathway of the stairs, but over to the left hand side, but in behind between the containers and the rocks.
Over here?
Yep.
Okay.
And can we sort of peek in the door and see if there's anything else in there?
Yeah, it's just you go in and it's just sort of like an office, like a port office and stuff. There's some chairs, tables, documents, and things like that. Nothing of any major note.
So none of the documents are of any.
No, you got all the documentation you sort of kind of need.
Okay. We will. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Because we got the nuke there as well. What do you know? What way the guy in the middle? What way he's facing? I'm assuming all the guys in the top right hand corner are facing towards the
Yeah,
the
so
actual crane.
everybody's sort of kind of facing towards this thing, asking what it is. Though, I'm going to push you soon because they're going to start kind of coming back this direction.
Okay. So I'm going to make my way down to here. Did you say from there? Can I see the guys on? Ooh. Ew.
One of the guards at the door sees something at this this guy here. As you cross across that path, he notices something, and you sort of kind of hear him sort of shouting over to the sort of kind of the guy in the middle. Oi, Gaffer, something going on over there? And he's just like, go and check it out, you fool. So he starts wandering over in this direction.
Am I sort of controlling Cerevel to sort of stack up on the corner there as well?
Right, so he's over there. Is the Nook stand put, or
The Nook will sort of stand up behind. So
you should be able to control Cerevel.
Basically going to ready for this guy coming over, and again, just if Cerevel sort of pops out and causes a distraction, and then I attack him with a surprise.
Right, so you're waiting for him to get over here. Are you shooting at him, or are you just gonna grab him?
I'm gonna stab him.
Okay. He doesn't see you. So yeah, you do the same thing. He is now kaput.
Okay.
Nice stealth mission. Okay, so he's down. So what are you going to do with the body?
Move it back up to the back of the building. So basically the top left hand corner of the building where we are now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's another guard over there. You can see he's sort of kind of looking over in your direction to see what's happened to his mates. There are a couple of people you can now see sort of wandering across the gangplank. Sorry, the gangplank, the deck of the ship. They're sort of kind of wandering back and forth on top of the ship.
I'm guessing that you're going to be moving them as time moves on, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what we're going to do. So it is light there. This will be quite ballsy, I suppose. I'm going to take a run up the guide ropes.
Okay. So you're on your own. What's the plan?
So going to run up the guide ropes and try and take out the two guys at the top.
These guys are coming in this direction. These guys are
Yeah.
going in this direction. Okay, so you're going over the barrels, round the barrels. Which direction are you going?
So I'm gonna go round the barrels, like away from them, towards the building, and then come back to there, basically, and then sort of have a quick run up the rope if I can.
Okay.
A balancing act.
What's Ceravel doing?
Ceravel is staying put.
Okay.
What I need to do. I need to roll dexterity or what?
Bear with me 1 minute while I roll to see if this guy has seen you or not. He has not seen you. Roll me a dexterity.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, yeah. Yep, okay, so you sort of kind of nimbly sort of run up the guide rope, the mooring ropes even. The guys on the ropes. Second one sees you as you're going up, and shouts. Well, he sees you, so he's not surprised.
Yep.
So we're rolling.
Right. That just means I don't get a crit, but I still get advantage on my. Because it'll be down to initiative, really.
Yeah, down to initiative, basically. So these chaps. Where's the initiative counter? 3.12, so they're going well below you. Okay, so you can try and take them out before they sound the alarm, basically.
Sneak attack, dread ambusher, and hunter's mark. What did I say? Assassinate did give me. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit. So one of them will be surprised, but the other one won't.
One that is currently surprised, and the other one isn't. He's seen you, but he hasn't had time to react yet. So.
Okay, so if I do my attack on the, basically the one who's surprised is going to get a crit. Is going to be a crit.
Yep. So he's going to be dead.
Right, and then so the other one is going to just be on.
Do you have to roll, by the way? Can you fail at all, or is it automatically a crit?
It says, in addition, any hit you score. So I have to. I suppose actually I have to make a hit.
Yeah, so you got to hit them first. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I do still have to roll. So so get advantage on the rolls as well. So.
Okay, so that's him dead then. That's the crit guy.
Yeah, and then the second one. So what do I need to take off? Dread ambusher and sneak attack.
Let me come out of this because the APIs seem to have turned themselves off.
Very high damage rolls. Oh, not too bad. Actually, I got quite a few ones in there. And then the second one will be that.
He is so dead. He is so dead. Okay. Let me just reset this. Okay, why is this not doing what it's meant to be doing? Okay, so that's dead, and he is now dead as well. Okay, they're all dead.
So I'm up on the ship then. I'm up here.
You are. Hold on, let me change these guys to dead. Just so we know.
Is there like tarp or anything like that I can possibly cover the bodies?
There is yeah. I'll say there's sort of
net or netting or something.
yeah.
Like that.
There's
So,
something
yeah,
you can sort of stash their bodies and stuff. These guys are sort of wandering over here.
Okay, so I'm gonna fire at them next.
Okay.
So, yeah, do you want to roll if they?
Just bear in mind there is a full ship here and stuff, so there's going to be other people sort of down here and stuff. You haven't seen them because obviously there's a big sort of.
Well, I can move up to there and sort of peek around the corner.
Yeah.
Sorry, before I do that, I sort of signal to Ceravel to sort of hold and stay with the nuke for the time being, but.
Okay. Okay. You. Okay. Yeah. You. There are sort of like other people on the other side, but they're sort of. They're not sort of kind of looking this direction. They're sort of kind of looking over over the other side of the ship and stuff and busying themselves and stuff. So. They. Do not see you.
Another sneak attack and red ambusher. So first one.
Yep.
With advantage.
Okay, that's one dead.
Second one.
Second one dead.
So at the minute, is there any sort of? Can I sort of see if anybody is looking sort of at my direction?
No, they're sort of kind of they're doing other things because it's sort of like silent kills. In fact, because they're close to the edge, which
Fall
way
off?
are they going to fall off? So basically, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a D8.
1, 2, 3. They'll be
Yeah, so 1, 2,
off
3.
the side.
Yeah, they're going to go off the side on the D8. So
One.
one falls off the side. The other.
2 falls.
So both of them basically tank it off into the water, making a large splashing noise. That sound alerts the captain who runs over in this direction to see what's going on, shouting, and with these guys start sort of piling over as well, to see what's happened. You start hearing sort of shouting and stuff coming from. Well, you start hearing noises and stuff coming from the other side of the ship as well.
Joy.
Oops.
That's the problem with stealth missions. There's no way you can get the whole way through something without. It's just like an absolute impossibility. So you basically end up having to go toe to toe with people anyway. But as we will. Okay, so suppose I might just start firing upon people.
So Ciravel, he sort of sees that happen and shoots at the bandit captain. Well, before that happens, before you start shooting at them, are you gonna, I suppose they're gonna see two. Well, are they gonna see two bodies? Yeah, he probably will when he gets his light over there. He is. So, Ciravel is going to shoot at the bandit captain there. So, do you want to do his attacks?
So is he going to be using my attacks or what?
Yeah,
or...
pretty much. He's going to be. He's basically you, but you can change him slightly, but he's going to.
Yeah, I'll do it for next week, but I completely forgot all about it. Actually. Okay, so.
That's a hit. That does 20. Was that 21 damage?
21. So does he get multiple attacks as well?
Yeah, he's the same level as you and everything, so you get whatever you get.
So. One. So take sneak attack off and take dread ambusher off.
Yikes. So that is 3, 5, 10,
10,
18. So that is 39 damage.
Yeah, and then he's got one more.
Fucking hell.
I remember when these guys used to be hard for you lot. A challenge, yeah.
They still are.
39, 49, 53.
53 isn't quite enough to kill him. But it's very close.
But he's not very well.
He's not very well. He sort of
piercing pain.
He sort of screams out in pain as that happens. So I'm gonna have to roll some initiative here. In fact, we'll leave that there and move on because you've had a fair bit of time here, so we'll move on.
I've had a lot of fun.
You didn't have to shoot at these guys, by the way. You could have just sort of let them.
I don't understand. Like, I literally cannot fathom how you can be on a ship with people wandering about and get away with it.
Because you got disguises and stuff, don't you? That you guys have got, like, you can disguise yourself and.
Yeah, but there's more. It's far more likely that I'm going to be able to kill more people than I can disguise. Like from using the disguises and stuff before, it never works.
Okay.
The only way I can do it is just like hide in a corner.
I thought that's what you were going to do. I thought you were just going to get on the ship, hide somewhere, and then let it sort of go, and then get off the ship.
The thing is, I still have to get Nanook on.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
So basically, the idea was to try and clear the gangplank, but because the guys fell off, it's obviously drawn the attention, you know. So if I could get Nanook up with the gangplank, then it would have been fine and could have hid the rest of them. But yeah.
Okay.
The
all
attacks
right,
have all gone fine, but the rest of it's not gone 100%. But
okay, so back to Camber Ford. The ritual, all the materials are ready. The ritual is ready. You've sort of set yourselves up around the bed of Galandra. Is Senway with you, by the way, Val, or is she sort of kind of not?
I don't know.
No, you decided Senway should stay out of it just in case because of her dark past.
Oh, okay.
The
I
only
made
thing we
that
haven't
decision.
got that I think we need to get hold of is the crystal out
Ah,
of
yes,
the
yes.
other Warforged.
Okay, so
I'm sure Lance can handle that. Sloopy.
So do you need to get the crystal, or should I just bring the torso without
you can bring the
bits attached?
You can bring the. Cause you need
As
to be
long as the arms and legs are off, I think the torso will be fine.
Yeah, you can bring the torso. I'll just...
Are we calling that done, or do I need to do any checks for that?
No, you can say that's done. That's fine. Okay, so you set up your sort of ritual circle around the bed where Galandra is is sat. You hear the sort of kind of hissing laughter that you heard before, and it says, "One more soul to add to my collection, then."
I'll just ignore that.
Say,
Oh dear.
"You don't need to do this." I need you to roll. Have you got Ogma's balance with you, by the way?
Always, yeah.
Okay, I need you to roll. What's going to be intelligence? Roll me an intelligence roll.
As a save.
Yeah, an intelligence save. Yeah. You hear the sort of chittering and the sort of kind of the voices and stuff trying to get you to join them and to let the spirit join all of you within Ogma's balance, free them all, because great power will be yours. Yes, great power will be yours. Thomas, join us. But you sort of kind of shake it off and carry on with the ritual. So are we starting? Is that it? Does anybody want to say anything before this happens?
Sorry, Gregor.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Have fun.
I'm gonna go pray and visit Bahamut in the garden again. Wait till it all blows over. Is Thomas gonna do some throat singing?
That's
Oh,
Okay, so the ritual is starts. You get everybody has their respective items that they need to sort of carry. They have. Oh, this is a bit loud. This music.
I like it. That's good.
Yes, ominous. All good.
They all have their sort of. Do we have any sort of anything temple looking that I can sort of fire use in that makes it look sort of a bit more? No, can't do that. I'm just saying if I can, instead of just having a picture of Camber Ford, if we can stick you somewhere. Ooh, ah, ee, oh.
Shark bait, hoo ha ha.
Ooh, ah, shark bait, ooh, ah, ah. Shark bait.
Walla bing bang.
No, I've got nothing there I can use.
No witch doctors.
I've got nothing there I can use. Okay, so yeah, you're all sort of surrounding the bed of Galandra. There is sort of kind of you can tell like her eyes are open, but they're dark. There's voices. You know, we're thinking Exorcist, sans green puke and stuff like that. The room gets very seems to kind of go through different cycles of being really overly warm to very cold. The chittering coming from Ogma's balance seems to sort of get stronger as it does. Do you want to say anything to sort of kind of try and exorcise the demons, or do you just want me to start rolling dice?
We'll have a go if you think you're hard enough.
Okay. So you start basically, you sort of hand and kind of hold out your hand. Stop. Hey. So you hold out your hand and start chanting the incantation to extract the soul from, or extract whatever's within Galandra to put inside the vessel that is the Warforged. She starts convulsing and sort of levitate, like basically think Exorcist, that she's like flipping up and down, screaming as you're doing this. Every now and again you hear laughter as she sort of convulses on the bed. It starts taking a mental sort of kind of toll on all of you. I need you to roll. I need you to roll constitutions. Actually, no. I need you all to roll an intelligence check.
Oof, this is gonna be bad.
You need to all roll me an intelligence check. As for the others, I will.
Intelligence save or intelligence check?
No, intelligence save. Yeah.
Intelligence save.
You get +2 if it's a save.
Oh, what's that? If it's a save.
I'm fine.
Okay, yeah, I got the wrong roll.
Okay. Oh shit. All right. Okay. And the other chaps. Who have we got? We got
Gregor.
Yeah. So Gregor gets a 3. The other guy is Cadfile. Who else have we got?
The monks.
They.
Oh,
It was
Cadfile
just Cadfile, wasn't it? Yeah.
So it's you lot, Cadfile, and Gregor. There was nobody else.
Gibbons.
Gibbons. I'll add his, so he passes as well. So basically, the 2 mages are left standing. The rest of you are down. You're down. So you can do you can do a save in the next sort of kind of session, not next session, next bit, to see if you sort of kind of regain consciousness or not. But you're out. You've been mind melted or whatever they've done to sort of kind of stop you from carrying on. The 2 mages sort of are still forcing the ritual. There's more screaming, but there's a lot of laughter as your friends start to drop from around you. Gibbon looks quite sort of quite scared, but seems to take up a lot of the slack that has come from the rest of the party not being there effectively.
I will try and lend him as much sort of moral support in terms of nodding acknowledgements and well dones at him as I can.
Okay, so 2 of you left. Gibbons, is it? Well, Gibbons, why don't you join me? Power I can give you. Everything you've ever wanted. Join me. Join us.
Don't listen to them. Stay with us. Stay strong.
Roll me a persuasion
Oh fuck.
Uh-oh.
He's
Where's
not
the
really
fireball
sort
when
of
you need one?
he's not really listening to you, but he's like, what is it you can give me? What is it you can give me? Sort of, he's still holding his sort of, he's still holding himself, but he's like asking. You can hear him sort of asking what it is she can give him. What do you want, Gibbons? What do you want from me? Is there anything you want to do before answers?
I don't know, because I've not really had much interaction with him to know what drives him, what motivates him.
Yeah, you really haven't. You can try and persuade him again to sort of not listen, if you want. You can, or if you've got a spell or anything that might sort of help you.
Oh, let's have a look at my spells. I've got.
Bear in mind you're doing a ritual, so like concentrations and stuff.
Yeah. Don't think my spells are really going to help. They're mostly either offensive or necromantic, or just to serve me.
Okay. He.
Guess it'll be persuasion again then.
Yeah, let's try and persuade him. Oh, nice. Okay, so what are you saying to him?
Just gonna bolster the same that I've said before to not give in. That this is for the greater good. This is to save a life, not to give yours up.
He sort of kind of shakes out of it slightly, and he says, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're in my head. They're in my head."
I understand. They've been in my head before. I know how bad this is, but stay strong. We can do this.
Okay. Right. Roll and give me Constitution saves then. People who are down.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Because mine's rubbish.
No.
Wes is still. Oh, sorry, Val's still down. Draken is up.
Constitution, yep.
Yep. Lance is up.
Come on, guys. So just Gregor then.
And Gregor and Cadfile. Gregor is up.
Yeah.
And Cadfile's up like a boss. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So all for Val.
Oh no.
All by
Very
Val.
boy with his wings, lying down on the job.
All but Val is up. Val, as you are unconscious, you can feel a dark tendril sort of seeping into your mind. It's you obviously the rest of you can see sort of Val starting to start to sort of kind of convulse slightly as this is going on.
Oh no.
What would happen if you made him unconscious? No, don't be unconscious.
I'm already technically unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, well then he wouldn't be able to fight it at all, would he?
Okay. So.
Is Draken able to do anything? As in, what's it doing as part of this ritual? Is it just being present, or can he actually do other actions?
You need to concentrate, so you're basically taking the burden off because
Could
basically
Draken take his butter knife and place the blade on Valishor's head?
it is technically a holy weapon.
Exactly.
I'm not in.
I'm
you
a
know.
walking holy weapon.
Yes, but you've got some dark trundles in there, and basically, like, this butter knife.
I will bear the burden of the darkness.
Okay.
So basically, Draken basically warms it and basically puts the blade on the head, and just, no idea what's going to try, but it might work, it might not.
Okay, you sort of, while sort of kind of keeping your concentration on what's going on, you place your butter knife on your friend's sort of head. That seems to stop what convulsions there were, and that sort of kind of whatever darkness that you started feeling, Val, it seems to, it feels like a light is pushing it out of you at that time. Okay, so I'm gonna roll some more dice here. In fact, that's the wrong dice. Okay, she
Very
is
good or very bad.
she's convulsing. There's screaming. The laughter seems to be subsiding. It's not as sort of. It's a bit more sort of. It's a bit more manic now. The voices inside your head coming from Ogma's balance are saying no, 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 and Ogma's balance is starting to sort of kind of throng slightly, as well as the vial coming from the torso of the Warforged. They're both to start. You can see a kind of like them throbbing slightly.
Just try and tense up and kind of will the darkness into the Warforged crystal, and away from Ogma's balance as much as I can, whilst concentrating on the ritual.
Okay. Give me all another intelligence check.
Oh, as in save.
Oh, you're all right. You're down already.
Okay, that's
Well, so
fine.
you're fine.
Oh yes.
Draken, you. I'm going to
Oh,
say
yeah.
you. I'm going to say because you've been knocked down already. You can have advantage. You could as well, Lance, but you're down. You're down again, so you got back up, and you're sort of kind of down under the stress of it. You also notice, actually, in fact,
Need to roll for the other three.
who was that? So yeah, sorry, Gibbon is now. Gibbon's up still. Gregor is up, and Cadfile's down. As Lance goes down, you can see his chest starting to sort of throng as well. Sort of like, so it's starting to kind of pulse slightly as well. So you've basically got these the two vessels, Ogma's balance, the Warforged, and now that that Lance is down, his chest, you can see it starting to, like, you've never seen him breathe before, but it looks like, you know, he's breathing. You can see like a glimpse of sort of like this sort of like black light, as much as contradictory as it sounds. You can see it's kind of like smoke, but it's not. It's light coming from his chest, or it's not light. It's sort of light coming from his chest.
Good
Right. Let me see. What was that? Is that a 4?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Let's see how is this going to work. So, okay. The voices start coming back and going. We can give you. Don't do this. We can give you what you want. Anything that you want, we can give it to you. Give me another. In fact, they're gonna. It's gonna be a persuasion roll against people who are up. So Draken, give me a. So it's going to be an anti. So give me an. What's the persuasion? Is it intelligence?
Persuasion is
Charisma.
Willpower? Wisdom?
Persuasion is charisma, so it would be wisdom. I would have thought.
Okay, so give me a
Or strength?
wisdom roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you know you hear it in your mind, asking you what you want. Do you want to say anything before you tell them to fuck off? Basically,
We can die.
it's like yeah. Oh crap! Wrong dice. I wasn't meant to roll that. We can have that for the other one though. Okay. As for Gibbon again, yeah, I think he's not going to be persuaded. Yep, he's fine. He stays the course this time round. Who else have we got? Gregor. So it rolls a 17. He rolls an 8. He starts to sort of he doesn't say anything. But you see him sort of fighting in his mind, and then he sort of kind of looks. He kind of looks at you all. Who else have we got left? Who else is up?
I'm still up.
Yeah, so you need to roll me or I need to roll persuasion on you. Yeah, it's a 3. Oh.
Well, I've got +7 to wisdom, so I'll be fine.
Yeah, so yeah. Well, you can still get a critical fail. So yeah. Okay, so you're fine. So basically, you see Gregor. You know, it's like it seemed like less of a burden is now increased. Like he, you know, somebody within the circle is giving up.
Okay.
Are you going to do anything before I roll this dice again?
Again, just kind of try and extend my will towards Gregor and try and bolster his reserve.
Okay, roll me another persuasion roll then.
Fuck.
He sort of kind of looks at you and says, "I can save her though. I can save her. And ask me what I want. I want her life. I want her to be alive. I can save her."
Don't give in. They are tricking you. They are deceiving you. They only want darkness.
He says, "But I'll do anything. I do anything for her. I can't let her die."
And they are using that against you. They know that you would do that. Do not sacrifice your life
You can
for
help
her.
her by not giving in to them.
Okay, so Val, give me a Constitution.
Whee!
You're up and about. As for Cadfile, actually no, Cadfile was right. Is Wake? Who else was down?
Me.
Lance. Yeah, you need to give me a Constitution. You're up and about as well. As you sort of like you get up, the burden seems to spread out more. It's not as powerful. You see Gregor starting to walk towards the bed, where Galandra is. You can see sort of viscid black sort of stuff starting to sort of come from. Effectively, he's crying, but it's dark tears.
Dragon hits him.
I call out, don't do it. What would... Sorry.
No, I'm
Galandra.
Dragon's going to grab him and throw him across the room.
Okay.
Just
Beat me
a
to it.
moment.
But
Out.
are you okay? So that's knocking 2 more people out of the, because you're going to have to break your concentration to sort of.
Well, Jack's going to keep trying. Well, he's going to say distracted. He's going to grab, what do you call
Just
him?
pull.
Basically, grab him out of the way and just basically toss him across the room.
I'd rather
he-
they were knocked out than join the darkness.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity then.
Draken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. So you grab a hold of him, to which you hear sort of screams coming from the bed, as you stop Gregor from moving. He starts to sort of try and fight you quite weakly, because he's only a young boy, screaming at you. You will kill her. You will kill her. You will kill her. I must do this. You must let me go.
Throw him across the room. I'm basically throw him out the room.
You're going to throw him out the room? Out the room?
Well, yeah.
So he can come back again?
Well, okay, then I'll just punch him out then.
Give me a strength test then.
Don't test. Enough.
Okay, yeah. You basically just bop him on the head, and he sort of kind of he's like, are you going to say anything before you bop him on the head, or are you just going to? Is Pete gone? Pete frozen? I think we've lost Pete.
Possible.
Oh,
Nope, there he is.
There he is. You going to say anything before you bop him on the head?
Good night.
Good night. Okay. Right, okay. Val, you're up and about. Is there anything you want to do?
No, I'll just continue helping.
Okay. All right. Right. Okay. So, the room starts to sort of shake. The glass in the sort of kind of in the window sort of breaks out. Stuff starts flying around the room. You all need to give me a dex save. Yep.
Hey,
And
Almost was fine as long as it dealt with the head rather than the body.
so Gregor's out already, but Gibbon's fine. Cadfile, right? So Val and Lance, they dodge. Draken, Thomas, and Cadfile, you take. So who we're going to go for first? Draken, you take 5 damage.
Okay.
Thomas, you take 3 damage.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Cadfile takes 17 damage and is down.
Oh shit.
Cadfile is down.
Knocks
and
down.
as a shard of glass sort of impales him, goes into him and hits him on the ground. You hear laughter as as it pierces his body. So who else have we got? So we got Calfall, you fine. Okay. Right. Who's down? Sorry. Is everybody up? Who should be up?
Everyone but Cadfell.
Right, okay. Who's pretty okay, so last intelligence, or is it last intelligence roll, please.
Yeah, I'm down again.
Sarakin's down too.
Yeah.
Okay, Gibbon. He gets Gibbon's down too. So basically it's just Thomas. Oh, Val, you need to roll me an intelligence.
Oh, yep. Sorry, my bad.
Come on, Val, save me. Work with me.
Yeah,
Work with me.
you're up. You're up. So it's basically it's you and Thomas left.
We've got a lot of work to do, mate.
We've got this.
You have basically now Ogma's balance vibrating violently. You have the Warforged sort of vessel going this, and you have Lance's chest again starting to pulsate. Right. Okay. So this is the final roll.
Hands up, everyone having second thoughts about inviting me to help.
We gave you the choice.
Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got Lance, Ogma's balance, and I think
Torso.
Torso. Where's the 1 minute? That's that one. Okay. Is there anything anybody wants to do before this part here? But say anything, do anything.
Well, Jack and
cast.
Doubts, I think.
Yeah.
If we roll barring Jack and Val.
Val, is there anything you want to do? Say.
Not that I can think of, no.
No, Thomas.
Just again using all my will and all of my concentration on sending the badness into the crystal inside the Warforged torso and away from Ogma's balance and away from Lance.
Okay. Okay, so as you sort of kind of as the stuff is flying around you, as everything's sort of kind of flying around you, it all suddenly just stops. Things that are in the air just drop to the ground. The shaking stops. Galandra lets out this mighty sort of kind of gasp, and this sort of dark, sort of kind of liquidy smoke starts kind of pouring out of her mouth, and starts spinning around Thomas. It starts sort of kind of spinning. It starts spinning around Thomas. You hear sort of kind of voices in your head, those whispers, but you hear sort of kind of cryings of no and I know coming from Ogma's balance. The smoke, which is circling around you, then shoots towards the Warforged's body and disappears into the crystal. Into the crystal. There's this final sort of throb, and then everything goes quiet.
That'd be no cesarean for Galandra then.
Big sigh.
I'm still worried.
Oh, I'm still worried, but at least this bit's over.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't say which Warforged, by the way.
Is Cadfael dead or is he dying?
I guess I'll start re-rolling a new character then.
No, it goes towards the torso. It goes into the torso. And the eyes of the Warforged light up, and you hear sort of screaming and sort of in different sort of kind of languages, different sort of tongues coming from the sort of kind of mouthpiece of the Warforged, the torso of the Warforged. Things, you don't understand what it's saying, but it's not very pleasant to your ears, and then it just shuts up and goes quiet.
You want me to hit it?
You're unconscious at this moment in time.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go on.
So that's it. Cadfael is bleeding profusely on the ground beside you. Gregor is unconscious beside Draken. You start to sort of Draken and Lance, you sort of kind of start to sort of get yourselves about, start to wake up.
I will head straight for Cadfael and shout for Senway whilst rolling, if I can, roll a medicine check to see if I can make him better or keep him from dying. Or
Yeah. Okay. Roll me a medicine then. He's gravely injured. He took. Oh, how much damage did he take?
he took 17 damage.
Yeah, he took 17 damage. Yeah. He took 17 damage. Senway sort of comes in, runs over to Cadfael, who is coughing up blood, and generally not looking too good. Senway sort of shakes her head and says, I cannot save him, and I do not have the power to bring his soul back in the presence of all this darkness. I'm sorry.
Okay, I will hold Ogma's balance to his chest in the hope that at least we can use the light essence from him in his dying.
Are you going to
moments.
ask him for it? Are you going to sort of talk to him about?
If he's conscious enough.
Yeah, he's sort of he's pretty he's awake, and he sort of looks at you as you come over to him and says,
I'll explain to him that there's little we can do. Your life is in the hands of the gods, but if you are willing to sacrifice your soul, then the balance needs to be addressed within this weapon. Are you willing to sacrifice yourself?
he sort of kind of spits up a bit of blood and says, in Bahamut's name, I will give anything. And as he says that, he sort of convulses, and a white bright light sort of kind of comes out of his mouth and shoots into Ogma's balance, and enters one of the crystals. His body sort of goes limp and slightly greys, and Cabfile is dead.
I will call to Valishul to read him his last rites, or whatever the Bahamut equivalent is, and bequest his what's left of his soul to Bahamut.
Valashul walks over, speaks a little prayer quietly, and then picks up the body and takes it outside to wherever they set up their little religious shrine, and leaves it for the brothers to handle.
Yeah, so you bring it down. The monks don't seem. It's not like they don't seem upset as they see one of their brothers. They're sort of they see one of their brothers who has fallen in the fight against the greater evil, and they bear him on their shoulders to their sort of temple-y area that they've set up. They nod. Well, one of the monks sort of nods to you and says, "We will take him now, brother. He is with Bahamut." He is with Bahamut. What was he going to say? I hope he served him well.
As do I.
He nods to you, and they take him off for to enact whatever sort of burial rites they do with their own brothers. Back in the tower, Galandra sort of wakes up slightly. She looks at the mess around the room, and quips in a Galandra type way about you lot not being able to do anything without her. Insert Danny-esque sort of quip about something, in there.
Rather an NPC than me.
Yeah, and she smiles, and then sort of falls asleep. Right. Okay. There we go. I'll probably not go back to Tharaval. We'll do that next week and stuff. So, that was quite taxing. So, yeah, we can call it now. Yeah, we're done. You've lost a brother. Gregor, thankfully, was not corrupted and or killed, which is good. You do have.
You can thank me later.
You do have an additional charge, a light charge for your Ogma's balance, which sort of increases it ever so slightly.
Just the one.
Just the one. Anything else?
Can I just check over the Warforged and make sure that it's still definitely inert?
Yeah, well, you look at the Warforged. The crystal is there is sort of like a wisping dark what looks like liquid within it, sort of kind of swimming around. It's currently not doing anything.
Okay.
If you want, I can really make it inert.
Not yet. We don't need to release what's in there.
As you wish.
Okay. So yeah. So that's that. So we got Firefall at the docks, on the ship. Well, they're basically killing people on the ship.
Did I get any inspiration for my badassery?
Yeah, you can have an inspiration point in that. Yeah. Thomas, he's gone now. So
No, I'm
He's probably just.
I'm on mobile headset.
you
headset.
could also have an inspiration point as well.
Thank you.
And yeah, we can leave it there for tonight, I think. That was quite good. Not exactly the way I thought it would go, but interesting enough. That was good.
I think we're going to carve that on your headstone.
Well, no, not in a bad way. It was just sort of like I was expecting something else to happen, but it didn't. But I think this makes it go into something a bit more interesting.
I think the point is, every time you set up a challenge, we always find a solution that you didn't think of, and sometimes you swear,
Well, that you
and
forgot
sometimes you
about.
laugh. Yeah.
Well, I'm not too sure if you can always call them solutions, though. Something to do something. Like, oh god.
Okay.
If they work, they're solutions.
Yes.
Yep. So you've got a Warforged with a very powerful entity within it, sort of there. Galandra for the time being seems fine. Everybody's awake. Obviously, Cadfael is not fine. Cadfael's dead.
He knew the risks when he walked in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you killed Cadfael, you bastards!
And Gregor is currently unconscious. So that's that. So yeah, we'll leave it there. And see what interesting things can happen next week. I'm thinking, what have we got? Sort of like, so it's the 9th of December. Just trying to think.
I won't be here next week.
Right, so 9th. So you're not going to be here next week.
Also, I probably won't be here next week, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
on
so
duty.
we can have a Christmas one on the 23rd. I'm back to Northern Ireland on the 22nd, so we can have our Christmas one maybe on the 23rd.
Wes said he can't make that one either.
Yeah.
No,
He's
I might not.
but-
I might not be able to. I'll let you know. It just depends on travel times.
Okay, cool. I won't be able to. Oh, the 30th. I'll be back in the morning. I might be able to do the 30th.
I
Okay,
can
is it
definitely do
place?
30th.
Nice little New Year one.
Yeah, so our new, basically coming up to our New Year one and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, okay, that might be. So let us know about the 23rd. If not, we'll do the
It will do.
30th. And then
Yeah,
Coming-
we'll play as it plays.
coming to the new year, we should potentially have some level 10s,
Nice.
and the shit really is going to hit the fan. So.
Yay.
Yeah, I wonder if I can squeeze that in before the new year. I'll have to see.
It's all up to Wes, is what I say.
Oh, great! Yeah, no pressure.
Well, let us know. Let us know. If
I
you can't
will do.
If you can't do it, it's not a problem. It's not an issue. We can push it forward and stuff. But yeah, it'd be good. A good what the fuck moment for the end of 2021 to move into
To be
2022.
fair,
There's
that
been
kind of
enough of
sums up
those this
2021 in general.
Yeah.
Just to round up 2021 with a what the fuck. Okay, so cheers everybody, much appreciated. Thanks. For me, I've been Matt Geary. With me tonight has been Michael Astaraval,
Night, everyone.
Wes Valshilnostius,
Good night, everyone.
Dave as Thomas Moonstar,
Darkness is contained for now.
yeah, Marcus Lance,
Possibly see you all soon.
and Peter's Dragon.
Let everyone take care of each other.
Night.
Bye.